Hello and welcome to Market Drive with Raja. I am Raja Venkatraman, co-founder of NeoTrader and also your trading influencer. I've been in the markets for more than 15 years. I've been happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. Well, friends, markets are definitely living it up, and the way we are seeing the markets going higher is definitely an indication that yes, the overall scenario continues to be in safe hands. Well, we have been discussing about it, and the way markets are moving, they are definitely on another plane. Well, if you take a look, say 6 months down the line, 5 months down the line, on March 23rd, people were wondering what should we do now. We are at the deep end of the hole, and now the way the markets have surfaced, you are seeing that people are once again wishing that had they bought at those levels, right? This is what you are feeling, this is what I am feeling, and this is what everyone is feeling. So this reminds me of a film, way back in 2007. It was a very good film called The Bucket List. Okay, the Bucket List was about two terminally ill patients. One was Jack Nicklaus and Morgan Freeman, and it was about how they went about fulfilling their wishes. So, yes, some of you may have seen it, some of you may not have, but then the word got stuck. So, all of us right now have got many stocks on our bucket list. Well, some of us are hesitating to buy them. They are waiting for the dips to buy into. Right from 11,000, I have been getting calls and messages about whether should we buy now, is it safe to buy now? And yesterday also, I told you people were talking about whether is it safe to enter the market now, but market is not willing to let go. And the way the markets are continuing are definitely indicating that all is well right now. And today, if you had seen the darling of the market. Of course, you all know that, right? Who is the darling of the market? Of course, it's Reliance. The way the Reliance did a sterling recovery today, it definitely indicates that yes, its mojo is back, and you are going to see Reliance not going away so soon. So today's Nifty, the ones which sustain the Nifty were Reliance, and then again banks are in action, and Kotak Bank once again lived up to its name, and Kotak Bank did quite well, and it it held on along with uh, very unknown bank, which is not so prominent in its delivery, was Axis Bank. Yes, we had spoken about IndusInd yesterday. Today, Axis has come to the fore. So all private banks are stepping it up and showing and ensuring that that energy is maintained. And considering the way, so just another factor which helped the markets actually move better was that the governments are mulling over some tax cuts for the auto companies. So that's why you saw that the auto sector also moved well, and the governments are discussing some tax cuts, and that could help the auto sectors recover considering their sluggish growth and the sluggish sales. So that had added to the bullish sentiment which is there in the market right now. So the overall prospects continues to hold on to the bullish bias, and the way we are moving right now is definitely indicating that yes, all is well that ends well. And looking at the way the sectors behave today, it is definitely media. For some reason, ever since the Sushant Singh Rajput case has come out, the media definitely is in the limelight. Every other day, media somehow manages to come up. We had Inox, we had Sun TV, we had Z, everyone's taking claim to give up and pump up that momentum. And today it was a turn of Dish TV. Well, you can say that yes, there is a lot of action going on in the media space, and with everyone at home and nothing much to do, so probably we are helping the media companies do well. And auto sector, like I mentioned, was the other top gainer, and third, of course, followed by the bank. We had hardly any losers today, so today overall was a good day after a little bit of subdued start. So that's the way we are looking ahead into the markets. And if you take a look at the way the market has balanced for the day, you can say that 200 stocks today finished between 0 to -3, and 300 odd stocks finished in the 0 to +3 and above, +3 and above. So what I'm trying to convey here is that today, at the end of the day, we are having a strong closing, a positive closing, a bullish closing. So which indicates that heading into the August expiry, the bulls seem to have some control, and we need to see whether short positions are going to be carried forward, or are we going to witness something else tomorrow. So it's an exciting day to look forward to, and we are definitely going to witness some action. So now what I'll do is I'll go and take a look at the chart setups as usual, and let's try and find out what do we have in store. So let me go ahead and share my screen right now. Just hold on a moment. I'm about to share my screen as so that you can get a list of what are the action points for the day, how are we going to look at the market sentiment, and how as a team we are going to position ourselves for the expiry session tomorrow. So this is what it is right now. You can see here that the markets are definitely heading all the way up. I have decided to choose a weekly chart because weekly charts, like they say, the elder person in the house always has more bearing on what the house has to say or what the house has to actually do. So that's how I look at the charts. I look at the elder person, which is a weekly chart. You can see here, this is the weekly chart here, and weekly charts are clearly in control. We had spoken about some time back about this zone around the 11,200 zone. You can see here it has now steadily moved up. What I'll do is I'll take the help of Fibonacci retracements. See here from its all-time high of Nifty. We'll go here, and what I'll do is I will enable the 78.6. So you can see here a very strong resistance zone. Okay, a very strong resistance zone at 11,400 has been surpassed. So you can see, if I were to zoom in, you can see here that there were 4 weeks of sustained effort. Okay, there was 4 weeks of sustained effort, which was tried and tested, but it could not cross them. Now, with some bullish tenor coming into the picture, you can see here that once this level was surpassed, it is managing to hold on. So it will be quite a bit of a challenge going into tomorrow as to how to handle this particular scenario. Yes, this is going to be a challenge, and unless 11,400 levels are given away, you should not be actually looking at some kind of decline. So yes, my friends who are traders out there, so let's go and see what are the possibilities before we head down to our neo trader and find out some more suitable levels. Okay, let me go down to a 30-minute chart, 25-minute chart, and you can see here I was speaking to you about the sustained rounding, and unless and until this particular threshold level was given away, we don't have to worry. And you can see here that markets have continued to behave in the same way. So if I were to ensure that my bullish view and my buy bullish position remains intact, I would use a simple trend line right from this low, which is seen here. You can see here a nice little trend line, upward sloping trend line is formed here. So if I were to consider some, giveaway of the trend or contrary, I can also use that as a pullback to buy into. Why not? Because markets are good, and right now even the US markets are doing well because there is a FOMC minutes which is going to happen, and that's actually triggering some positive moves. So there's a mixed reaction here. While Nasdaq is up, Dow Jones is flat. So let's see how it goes. Their market has just started, so let's not worry too much about it. But it's just an additional input which I'm saying as I'm recording this video for you guys right now. So taking a look at this whole picture, you can see here how at every support level it is holding on. So I would wager that yes, this is an important level to watch out for. So I would put those levels at around 11,470 to 475 as a pullback zone. That will be my first support. And then, of course, it's much deeper at 11,400. So these are the two levels to watch out for as we head into the expiry tomorrow. So, okay, now let's go and see at our Nifty. You can see here that right now at these levels 11,525, there is a very beautiful cluster waiting for us, and it's waiting for the bank nifty, sorry, for the nifty to move above that. Nifty today has closed above the pivot. We had discussed last video. If those who have not seen the video, I would like you to take a look at yesterday's video, because yesterday's video was quite in line with what has happened. Of course, all the previous videos also have moved pretty much in line with what I've discussed. Because yesterday's video was very good, where I had given even more weightage to Bank Nifty, and that's what managed to do very well today. And today, Nifty has closed above the pivot. Yesterday, it has closed below the pivot. So it has closed above the pivot. So now this is a nice cluster zone. So I do not think that 11,525 is to be broken. And if it were, our next set of supports are around 11,475 to 480. That is your S1. So S1 is your next set of supports. And then way down is your S3, which is 11,426, which is closer to the second set of supports. So these levels are being marked out for you. Now, as you go higher, there is your R3 and your R3 at multi-day. So this gives a very high target right now on the Nifty. So around 620 to 640 on the upside. So yes, of course, not much far away. So around 100, say 75 to 80 points to the upside, and around 150 points to the downside, considering the extent of move. You've got two levels on the downside, which is 11,470 to 480. Then 11,400 is the next level to watch out for, 400 to 425 based on the S3. So the work and the activity for the Nifty is cut out. There is a very important cluster at the pivot level. So yes, we are looking at a probable scenario for the Nifty to go on a long hurrah and actually hit the targets of 11,640 or thereabouts. So yes, Nifty is positioned to do that, and yes, there is much more room on the Nifty. But right now, looking ahead into tomorrow's expiry, this is what is the target. All right. So yes, this is definitely part of our bucket list for tomorrow. Let's see what else is there for our bucket list. This is the chart of Bank Nifty. I have been showing you these charts. Those who have been following me and those who have been acknowledging it, I thank you for the same, because pitchfork definitely gives you, just like how a farmer uses a pitchfork to actually cull out his crops and everything. I use pitchfork to cull out beautiful setups. And you can see here the way pitchfork helps you to keep your cool. It helps you to find out where is the exact levels to watch out for. And the way the options positions are also set right now, you can see there is a lot of additions to the 23,000 put on the downside, and on the upside we are having 24,100 or 24,000 as the OI, where there at the strike which is having the max OI. So you can say that there is a 1,000 point range which is set for tomorrow, and the way the chart structure is also looking like, it is saying that yes, there is potential to go towards the upper zone or the upper channel, which is around 24,200. So yes, the ball is set for Bank Nifty. The game is set for Bank Nifty. Overall momentum continues to be positive. So yes, we can look to encash this momentum. But then look, considering in comparison to Nifty, the Bank Nifty is much slower, and there has not been any clear evidence here. So one should not get too carried away. Sometimes we get too excited and then we start going overboard with the bullish sentiment or overboard with the bearish sentiment. Yes, of course, we are humans and that's what we do. But then you should understand that market is not primed for such a rapid movement, and you have to take it step at a time. And the way the charts are currently structured, it is definitely indicating that yes, there is a potential to go towards 24,100, and that's what you should be tracking for the moment. So this is my target for Bank Nifty right now, and that's what it's looking like. So 24,100 on the upside. And now if I were to look at some pullback zones, so let me just go into the intraday charts, and let's see what we have in store. Okay, you can see here that intraday moves continues to be very optimistic, but let's again take the help of our friendly trend line. Yes, the trend line is intact and it continues to give courage. साथ ही हाथ बढ़ाना, very well placed trend line. And at the same time, I would like to also caution you that if this trend line were to give away, then it could be a nice channel breakdown also. There are two sides to every story. So if I were to actually draw a channel out here, you can see here it's a very beautiful channel. So the channel has a target of around 400 points. So even on a 400 point decline from this stage, it would only go towards 23,000, which again is a good area to buy into. All right. Previous resistances become support. So 23,000 was an important area to watch out for, actively tracked. Now it has become a support for Bank Nifty. So at suppose there is a reaction in Bank Nifty towards 23,000, any recovery from there would definitely, I would definitely wager a very good pullback opportunity, because this is a very nice upward sloping channel, and this channel breakdown would definitely be worth visiting. And you could actually do a contra trade here once the channel is broken on the dips. Go ahead and buy into that, because there you are also having max OI concentration also. So you could see those levels kicking in. Tomorrow is expiry and it will be a lot of activity session tomorrow. All right. So this was my take on Nifty and Bank Nifty. But before we go away, let us take a look at the Neo Trader. What does it got to say? What does it have to say about Bank Nifty? Are we having any levels to watch out for? Can I give my friends something more? Can I show them some magic out here? Yes, you can see here right now, Bank Nifty also has closed above the pivot zone. Yes, and if it were to cross 23,464, which is closely in alignment with the multi-day R1, sorry, not the multi-day R1. Yes, there is no particular alignment seen here right now except at R3. At R3, you have got 23,686, which is coinciding with the multi-day R4. So probably the trends in this are definitely getting stretched. While there is room on the upside, it would be a good approach to look for some pullback to buy into, because you can see here I had spoken about 23,000. You can see here that 22,967 is a S3 out there, which is also coinciding with your 23,000. So a pullback approach in Bank Nifty would definitely be something to track for. And yes, you can use the analysis which I have shared with you. You can go and revisit the analysis and see how I have drawn the channel. It will help you to understand and plan your trade for Bank Nifty tomorrow. On the upside, Bank Nifty has got room till 23,686. You're having a confluence there as the resistance level. On the first step it has to do is cross about 23,464. So this is the overall condition or overall situation. Yes, the pivot confluence is there with your positional, which is for the month. So you are having a pivot confluence also. You're having a pivot confluence here at 23,327. 23,327 breaks. Then you have the it has to go below S1. So why do I use pivot confluence so much? Because pivots are based on the price action of the previous day. And if you are able to understand how the market is getting positioned right at the start of the day, it gives you a very good clarity. And that's why I use the concept of pivot confluence. I try and find out what are the resistance levels, what are the support levels, and that gives me a picture so that I can plan my attack, right? If you plan your attack well, like you saw in the film Uri, you will always be able to ensure that you'll be able to get success. Yes, market gives you money, but then it is not going to give you on a platter. If you don't want it, then of course don't plan, don't enter the market. But then if you want it, then you got to work for it. All right. This is all I have with me in this edition of Market Wrap. I hope you like what I shared. If you liked it, please leave a comment on the channel. Also, if you're watching this video for the first time, I would like you to leave a like button on the video as well. And I would like you to share this video with as many people as possible because this kind of structured analysis is not done anywhere on the internet. Thank you for being here. I am Raja Venkatraman, co-founder of NeoTrader and also a trading influencer. I've been in the market for more than 15 years, been happily married with a loving wife and an energetic son who keeps me on the run just like the markets. Good day, stay safe, stay healthy.